Well, first of all, I have always felt, like you said, a multitasking person. I have always been interested in very different fields and areas. I have explored the possibility of becoming a doctor. In my early years, I have explored the possibility of becoming maybe a lawyer. So many different fields. But if I take a look back, I realize that all of those fields, if I would have gone those paths, would have probably led me to the same place I'm here right now. And it's because I have never realized before until recently, but it doesn't matter what we do in life. The most important thing is that we feel the purpose, the sense of purpose, that some kind of vision for our lives, what's important for us, what drives us, what are our values. Who do we want to be in this life? Because we are here not just without any reason. I totally believe that any of us has come to this earth, with a purpose.
Yeah.
And I believe my purpose is to share. My purpose is to share and make some positive impact on people's lives, whether it was in teaching. I have been a teacher at school, actually, with different types of students at different age, starting from the first grade until the middle school, the high school. And I believe me as a teacher was a coach, actually, a mindset coach who was just, besides that, teaching also English and German languages to children at school. And if you would meet any of my former students, I believe they would tell you the same, that our language lessons were always more about life, more about encouragement, more about seeing why do we learn, where will we see the opportunity to use the languages. What do the languages give us? And I always called languages as the keys to the world's all doors, which open up for us. So after having worked at school for about 12 years, then of course this COVID time came. It was a challenge for the whole humanity and on the planet, I guess. And I wasn't an exception. I felt that I was burned out professionally, emotionally, and that I didn't have any positive energy anymore to give to my students. And that's when I decided that I cannot be a teacher if I'm empty inside, emotionally empty. I couldn't continue doing my job because I didn't believe in just doing the teaching job without being as humanly possible involved in this and being 100% present and being this jar which can give, not this empty jar which just drains the energy out of my students. So therefore, I decided to take myself out of that field of my life and do something with it and heal myself and grow and find my inner voice and passion and love for everything I do again. And that's where my personal journey of personal growth began, through different types of techniques and courses. I tried to heal myself, tried to find my passion again, tried to find again this sense of life vision, sense of purpose in my life. And this led me to different learning possibilities. I graduated in logistics, in a totally different field, transportation logistics and human resources. And that again gave me this opportunity to work in a totally different field, such as HR management, which started with the recruitment of new people to a company. And now I'm responsible for our colleagues' well-being, safety, emotional well-being. And therefore, I believe, again, I found myself in a profession, a totally different field, where, again, I found my purpose to do more than my job requirements asked me to do. And after that, somehow, organically, I believe that this coaching came as an essence of everything I have been doing all along, since my childhood, actually. I would say that this coaching is like this polished polished diamond that came out of everything I have been doing all along. And maybe it's not my last destination, because I would say I'm addicted to personal growth and to learning and using my growth mindset. I even don't know where it leads me, but I know that if I follow that, that's the right path. So maybe if we would speak in 10 years, I would have some other professions in mind I could tell you about, but I'm totally convinced that the main goal would be there. The main purpose would be there to help people to leave something positive after me. So, and those feelings and thoughts and beliefs I also bring into my coaching. And that's what I teach, coach, and try to inspire to believe and to start doing my clients in their own lives.
Wow, Julia. That must have been an amazing journey which you have went through from entering into the coaching industry. Before that, you were an HR too, and you are taking care of that people now with your emotional well-being too, right? So that's a beauty of coaching industry, that what we become, it's not about what we are doing in the market or what we are providing, what we are providing the results, but still it's all about what we also become in this journey. It's all about personal growth, it's all about personal development. And it's a beautiful thing to see people like you there from all across the globe. They are concentrating on personal growth because that's what will take us, the purpose which you talked about. And it's an amazing feeling to find that purpose and to align ourselves with the actions which we take to get that purpose fulfilled. And happiness, you said that find that inner peace, so that's what will lead you. So this actually leads me to my second question. In your opinion, what are the key elements which you think to an individual's overall well-being, and how does mindset plays a crucial role to that?
I would say in our overall well-being, in speaking from my experience, speaking from my client's experience, I would say mindset is the number one factor that affects how we feel, how happy we feel, how purposeful our life seems to us. Mindset, it's like this magic lens. I like this comparison with sunglasses. Have you used sunglasses with different types of colored lens in your life?
Yeah.
So this idea actually came to me after my son tried out different types of sunglasses in the store. And I remember his reaction. He told me when he was trying on these very dark lensed sunglasses, he told me that, oh, everything is so dark, I wouldn't see anything through those glasses. And it actually gave me this idea that our mindset is actually like these different types of sunglasses. When we put on these dark colored lenses, let's say black or dark blue, dark gray, dark brown, even on a sunny day, even when wonderful, colorful flowers, nature, everything is around us, when we look through those lenses, what do we see? Everything is in a much darker color than it actually is in real life. And it's the same with a fixed negative mindset. People who live acquiring this mindset, they don't see the wonderful things. They don't notice them. They are not able to notice them and really appreciate them, and of course feel the sense of well-being and happiness and fulfillment, because everything they see through their mindset lens is in a much darker color. Right. And on the other hand, when we try on some bright colored lenses, let's say in the summer they can be orange or maybe with yellow lens, what do we see? Even on a gray day, today in Latvia, it's almost raining, it's a gray day, no sunshine for today. But if I would put those lenses on, everything would seem in a much brighter colors than it actually is today. And this again is very similar to a growth and positive mindset, because when we acquire this, even when there are problems around, and there will be problems, life is life. Life cannot be without any challenges, without any setbacks. But we see things differently. And two people, one with a growth mindset and one with a fixed and negative mindset, can see through the same window and notice totally different things and have totally different sense of well-being just because of their mindset. And the good thing, mindset can be developed. It's not what we are born with and we have to die with that. No, we can cultivate. There are so many techniques and simple daily steps we can apply daily to polish our lenses, as I say, to make our view on life, outlook on life, become more positive and growth-oriented. And that's wonderful. It means that everyone has the possibility to do something with that. But you asked me about these key elements. Well, mindset, I would say this is key element number one and the most important one. But what affects our mindset? There are many different elements. One of them, I would divide them like in groups. So the first group I would say is spiritual. Yeah. And we already spoke about this. Do we feel the sense of purpose in life? Do we see the meaning in our life? Or do we just float around without any direction, without any meaning, without any purpose, without feeling that your day matters, that everything you do matters? So I would say, first of all, acquire a growth mindset, cultivate it daily. It's not something you can do once and then forget. It's something you have to cultivate, like a good physical shape. To keep that, you have to work out, to exercise regularly. I would say cultivating your growth mindset is the same as exercising, only it's the mental work. Yeah. And you have to do that regularly and your lifelong if you want to attain this sense of fulfillment. Sense of purpose. Find what drives you. Just sit down and think. What are you here for on this planet? Yeah. Are you a teacher maybe in any kind? Or maybe you build fantastic homes? I remember one story. I don't remember exactly who wrote the story. I'm sorry, I don't know the author, but the story was, I can tell that shortly. So the story was about a building site, I guess in Italy. And people on a building site have been interviewed, and the interviewer asked the question, what are you doing? A very simple question, basic question. What are you doing? And the first employee said, well, don't you see? I'm laying brick on a brick on a brick. That's obvious. So what's the question? Then the interviewer asked the same question to another employee. And another employee said, I'm building a wall. And it's also obvious. So that's the exact action. And then the interviewer asked another person. And guess what? What another person said? I'm building a temple of God.
Wow.
All of these people were just builders. They had the same job description. Nothing more, nothing less. But it's the sense of purpose, the sense of feeling the meaning in what you are doing daily. Do you see that or you don't see that? So when I talk to my colleagues I'm responsible for in our building company, I remember this example and I always remind them, you are not just putting pipes because they are plumbers. You are building the dream homes for people. Wow. Because those are the new projects, blocks of flats. You are building dream homes. People have dreamed about this home their whole lives. You're not just doing some simple little task. You're building dreams. And then they look at me and some of them understand what I'm talking about. And those actually are the people who smile the most. And those are the people where I see that they come to work, not like to a dentist every day, feeling the pain and just waiting for the weekend, but they really see that they do something meaningful. Yeah. And those people will always feel more fulfilled. So look for purpose. Another one I would say is find some kind of mindfulness practice that works for you.
Yeah.
And by mindfulness, I don't only mean meditation and really deep techniques, because those are not for everyone and not everybody is ready for them. I haven't been ready to start meditating for 33 years of my life until I was ready, until my mind was open enough. Then I started that. But mindfulness can be in simple daily things. For example, when we go for a walk, go for a mindful walk, talk to yourself, generate ideas, reflect on your day, think about your dreams, about your life vision. This is also a mindfulness practice. When you talk to yourself, when you let yourself really stop and ground and listen to yourself and to your emotions and to your feelings, that's also mindfulness practice. You can eat mindfully,
Yeah.
not just while watching TV. You can go for a walk mindfully. You can be a mindful parent when you come home to your kids and not an absent parent. And this is something everyone can do. Find some minutes of inner peace for self-talk, for a dialogue with yourself. Another one I would say is a critical one, that's physical element. We often forget that our overall well-being, mental well-being, and happiness in general consists of two things, and those are mental or spiritual and physical.
Yeah.
And we often divide. Many people work out and exercise and run and go to the gym for the wrong reason, just to look good,
Yeah.
just to look according to some standards. I have been doing this also for many years of my life, and now I see that it's wrong, because it's the other side. It's this side which balances our mental health and our overall well-being. And now I work out and exercise and move my body to feel emotionally well, because it feeds my body. But actually, exercise has been proven to lower stress levels, to even help healing depression, even really real depression. Exercise, of course, gives these physical benefits as well, but exercise is a wonderful tool. Just a simple walk in nature and connecting this with mindfulness practice has a wonderful effect on our well-being. Another one is recovery from stress. We usually hear these phrases that stress is damaging our health and stress is the cause of all evil. I would say stress isn't the cause of all evil. What the cause of all evil and our illnesses and our lack of well-being is the lack of recovery from stress.
Correct.
Stress is not bad. Stress actually gives us this motivation to move and this necessary push, because if we would be relaxed all the time, we would become lazy, because in comfort, we don't have this motivation to start moving. And stress, it's not bad. It's not only bad. It gives us this necessary push. But the problem is that the more stress we have in our daily lives, and of course we have it more nowadays, the more recovery we have to put in.
Yeah.
And by recovery, I mean exercise, I mean healthy nutrition, I mean a good quality of sleep, and some kind of either hobbies or something that makes our heart sing, or maybe some kind of mindfulness, but something that gives us this mental balance back. Stress is not bad. We just have to recover properly. And the more stress we have, the more we have to recover. Another one, I would say, crucial element is this intellectual. One of them is making mistakes. I have understood through my experience that before I started my personal journey of growth, I was afraid of making mistakes. I was a perfectionist. I was a straight A student my whole life, everywhere and doing everything at a perfect pace, and always was afraid to make mistakes, always was afraid of being judged by myself, by others. And now I see that making mistakes is the most wonderful lesson. It's the best lesson we can actually have. And I have my own children, and what I'm teaching them now is that it's okay if you make mistake.
Yeah.
It's okay if you make it twice or 3 times, unless each time you have learned something from it. Of course, it's not very wise to make the same mistake 10 times and not take a lesson out of it. But every mistake should be as a lesson for us. We make a mistake, we learn something new. Next time, we are better at this. We are not at the 0 point anymore. And that's what I'm doing now daily. Every time I get this wonderful opportunity to, like this one, to be on this podcast and try something I could possibly fail at, I could possibly be terrible at. I see this as this opportunity for growth. I see this as an opportunity where I could, of course, fail, of course, make some mistakes. But when I come back from here, I know that I'm not at the same level I was before. I'm better. And next time, if this opportunity occurs, I will be better 100%. So, mistakes. Make mistakes. Allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them. Don't run from them. Because I believe that the biggest mistake we can actually make in our lives is to avoid doing anything risky, anything that feels uncomfortable, just to not make any mistakes. Then we stay safe in the safe zone, but nothing ever can grow there. And if we step outside 1% each day, risking maybe making a mistake, so there is a 1% chance we can become better every day. Another one, and I really, really, really advise it to everybody, is journaling. And journaling can be so various. Journaling just for putting out your emotions and feelings after a hard or long day, just to process your feelings. Write them down. Open a journal, open a notebook or something like this, and just write down everything that eats you alive inside. And those can be positive emotions or negative emotions, but just let them out. This is like a dialogue with yourself, because when you put them out on paper, first of all, handwriting on paper with a real pen has a direct connection with our brain activity. It means that we actually activate our brain to think about the problems you have been worrying all day. And when we write them down, they become less scary, more logical, and the possible outcomes and solutions are more obvious than before. Journaling can also be as a gratitude practice. Gratitude practice is a wonderful practice that helps us cultivate this positive growth mindset, which makes us focus on the positives daily more. And that's how we cultivate our growth mindset. We can also journal forgiveness and make it as a forgiveness practice, which is also a very powerful tool to make us feel better. Forgiveness to ourselves, because we have so many grudges against ourselves emotionally, which we cannot forgive ourselves and then sabotage our own well-being. And forgiveness to others. And we can set intentions in our journals. We can write down our life vision. We can write down our goals, our dreams. And actually, what is a dream? A dream is a goal with a deadline. Nothing more. And that's everything in journaling. Another very crucial point is relationships. Cultivate real human relationships as opposed to the digital world. Unfortunately, and I have experienced this with my daughter, who is a teenager, who is 16 years old now, I have gone through this. We have never had so much social media and digital world and connectivity through the digital life as we have now.
Correct.
But never in the human history have the depression rates, especially in young people, been so high as now. And this is a phenomenon. We are connected as much as never before, but we are lonelier than ever before in human history. Cultivate real human relationships and just cut down this digital time, screen time, and socializing on social media, which doesn't give us this benefit of connectivity. We
Correct.
cannot survive alone. We cannot be happy alone. People together, people connecting, people talking, people exchanging their values, beliefs, opinions, worries. Only they can help each other be happier and healthier. And another point would be giving. Be compassionate, be giving, be caring towards other people. It might sound strange to others. It might sound totally obvious to others, but the act of giving without asking something back, without waiting for something, get to something back, it's a wonderful tool that just polishes our overall happiness feeling. I don't have a scientific explanation in this. Maybe you can add something from the spiritual point of view, but this is a wonderful, wonderful tool by simply being kind to others. And the kindness and this warmth in our hearts comes back 10 wise. I cannot explain that, but it works 100%. Another one is acceptance. Acceptance of our emotions. Don't deny your emotions, whether they are positive or negative, because we are humans. Allow yourself to be human. We are allowed to feel any kinds of emotions, even the negative ones. Only, there's one only. Active acceptance means that we accept all our emotions, we work through them, but we act in an appropriate way. It means we have to build our emotional resilience, learn the techniques how to manage your emotions, and let them out in a form of socially acceptable behavior. And I would say above all and everything, the most important part is your mindset. And I would say all of these elements I have mentioned before, they are the part of cultivating this mindset and this positive mindset. So this would be my recipe. It's not short, I'm sorry, but this is the recipe I have been using on myself, on my family members. It works, and it helps also my coaching clients.
That's a wonderful way of like putting up this answer to this question, because all these elements which you provided, for our mental, our physical, and our spiritual clarity of our thoughts, right? Everybody wants clarity. Even our physical appearance wants clarity. How do you want me to shape up, right? That's what the clarity is, which everybody is seeking. If you have got that clarity through your experiences with the practices of all these elements, like gratitude practice, the giving practice which you said, because giving is an emotion, I would say, right? It connects you to an outer world, wherein you are not even spiritual, you're not even human, you are a soul there. And that's what connects you to the spiritual world, that you are giving as a soul to the other one, because we came here to serve others. We can take care of ourselves, but how much you'll serve yourself, right? How much food we can eat in a day's time. It's like that. Everybody is there, so we need to take care of those things. And that's what you rightly mentioned, that you beautifully described everything. It's all about relationships. It's all about cultivating that healthy mindset, that how we can follow these practices to build that emotional resilience in ourselves. And I'm sure audience would want to know that the techniques which helped you achieve this kind of a mindset, right? Like, for example, the silver ultra mind system, right? I think lots of ads I have also seen now for this particular piece. So I would like to know from you that the six meditation program, like how you integrate this into your coaching practices, and like how effective these strategies are, which are already running in the market, and how it can benefit the other folks with the help of you. Obviously, you're there as a coach to guide them, to help them achieve through these strategies, or whatever strategies which you have experienced, you have inculcated in yourself, right? So help them answer, help them
Yes.
to let them know that what they can do with these practices, just small practices, but it can help them achieve their biggest dreams.
Mhm. Well, first of all, I would say I was very skeptical before. Proof. I didn't even know that something like this existed before. It's about 8 till 12 hertz frequency, which is called alpha level.
How people can apply those three questions, three important questions which they need to ask themselves for their personal development.
Manifestation, call it manifestation, or this is mind programming. When you actually create new neural pathways in your brain.
Look backwards, like how far you have come. So what advice, one advice which you would like to give to them? It doesn't stops from the foundations of our thinking patterns. Past does shapes our journey. Present is what we are living, and that will create our future. It's a rapid fire round. I know this is a not a good question to ask.
The only person worth competing with.
I am liking this rapid fire round.
Every day, in every day, I'm getting better, better, and better. He is the ultimate smile creator on my face. I had these moments when I broke down and I felt that I have to give up. I would give this advice to myself, and I'm giving this advice to my teenage daughter now.
If any of in the audience is watching this right now, and they want that emotional resilience to be built, hear out like now what Julia is going to say about herself, how she actually crafted her journey. Julia, what's your story?